Welcome back, everybody. Today we're doing a sneak peek, has not been released, fixing to go public, Jones Dairy Farm. So, before we get too far into this, it is a dairy farm, and it's a monster dairy farm. So, if you're the type of person who likes to do 200 cattle, you're in luck. I had a little video made up of me taking care of 200 cattle in that barn, and I swear y'all guys love to work. But people that loves do cattle, I mean, you're in for a surprise. So let's get into this. Alright, so to start off with, as we always do, let's look at what you get. So, except for this little shop location over here, we'll just talk about this. Right here, as you can see, these two fields here is not allocated to any type of fruit. So feel free to go whatever direction that you would like to go with them, or just sell them if you want to. Just on however you prefer. This lot right here, 6, is already set up and you own it for corn. It's great for silage. And if you're wanting to do cattle, if you want to do 200 liters, unless you plan on putting down a buy all fruit silo, you're going to need a massive farm, because we're talking about 1,000,000 liters just in mixed ratio and stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work if you go into it on a grand scale early on. If you want to, the option is there. Yeah, the farm itself is, like I said, it's really huge. It comes all the way back here. There's a barn, and it actually has cows being milked in there. There's no and when saying that, it's, there's no animation stuff, but I mean, you can tell that there's cows being milked. And over here is another area of the farm, which I saw as blank fields and stuff, but I got educated on that, so I'm going to educate you as well. If you don't know, I'm going to share what I was told, and I'll try not to butcher it too bad. So anyway, this is the custom barn. It's a little bit different than the in-game. It shows the in-game picture. But the thing about it is, it's a lot bigger. I seen all this whenever before the triggers was put in. It's mind-blowing what you modders can do. And the water trough is on the inside. I made several trips through here, taking care of the cattle and stuff. I love the fact that the water trough is on the inside. It just gives it a lot more realistic feel. And we'll take a tractor over here, and Mike explained to me, Mike is the one that's kind of over GnG Modding, explained to me I didn't have the newest version map, so I had to download it. So anyway, I thought the cool thing was, if you got all your water and everything taken care of, this gate right here is automatic. You don't gotta get out to open the stupid gate. And then he had another gate over here, but now it's been replaced with this, and which is fine. It actually was swinging out this way, so now it's actually easier to get into the water trough and stuff. And so for realism and everything, it makes a lot better. And if you notice, if you're not into realism, you can't go through the gate. I didn't understand that one either, so I asked Mike, why is it like that? And he explained to me, and now I know why other map makers do it. It makes it easier for the hired workers to not basically mess up, that we all hate. The spot over here, oh, here you go. If you like making silage, and I like making silage, I like making loose silage, I like making the bales. I don't like the BGAs. I brought in 4, when I was testing this map, I brought in 4 200,000 liters. And I mean, it was this. It filled in this area. If you like silage, you got room for silage. So I got tired of doing all that, and I just wanted to go straight to farming. And this is an ideal for y'all as well that wants to get into farming or doing the cattle really fast. I just come in here and sold these. This here wasn't a part of it, but it is now. So I had about $1 million before the property got reduced to make it easier to purchase this for farm manager or multiplayer in case somebody wants to start here, because it's so much land. The value was spot on, but it would have been almost impossible for you to start here. So micro back the prices in this area that I know of. So if you get rid of these two and you just keep the corn for the silage and stuff, that gives you a really hefty start, so you can just load up 200 cows no problem, and you can really get into the cattle market the way you want to. Then as you start making money, you could just buy the fields back. But these, apparently there is cattle holding area. Now for somebody blonde like I used to be, now it's gray but it's still blonde, I wondered why these was blank. So he put in some grass because of people like me not knowing what this is for. But it's a cattle holding area, kind of like a cycle area where they cows go through stages and stuff, and then they kind of sort them out or something like that. See, I told you I'd butcher it. And it's all part of the dairy farm process. This whole map is about dairy farms. So if you didn't read that in the question and answers, just go back and pause it. Got a really nice question and answer session with Mike. He helped me out with that. I'll show you the milking area and some of what you get starting out. And this house right here, let's see. Let me make sure. Yeah, this is the no surfboard, no sandals house that he come up with. If you notice the top left hand corner, you still get your sleep timer trigger. So he made a whole bunch of these. That was some more of my whining. Like I just said, this just isn't enough. It's not enough. And I've seen a lot of people making attempts at it, but I was like, we gotta have something, man. And he come up with all these different houses that we see in the game that now we can now purchase at a much lower price and get a easier start. Or you can even grab something for $100. Get your favorite beverage out of the cooler, or even stick it on the beach. I did it in my video. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. So, and then I was like, well, we need a log cabin house for the fortune map. And he's like, well, send me a pic. I ain't got a pic. Well, now we got a log cabin. He hooked us up. This one is not Mike's. This is another mod. It's also a really good price, but it doesn't work in multiplayer. But from here all the way over to here, they work in multiplayer. They are flawless. They are houses you see in the game, and you're not going to have no trouble with them. So let's hop back in the truck, take a little bit more of a tour. And you do start with a horse paddock on this, but if you're going to get into horses, if you're going to get in for a horse here, a horse there, you know, a couple horses maybe not really be your thing or whatever, you can sell this and go with the smaller horse paddock, or you can stick with this, either one, whichever one you like the best. But if you're going to go into horses, I'm going to show you another area of the map that I think would be better to start off with on horses. I had another video that I had made of this, but I decided to scrap it because it was so many pieces and stuff that I just didn't like it. It just didn't come together the way I wanted. You got tons of building options. And if we come back over here, I just love that windmill. I miss the John Deere sign on that building right over there. You're not gonna be able to see it now because I got up and away from it. I'll try to remember to go back and show it to you. It's an old John Deere sign on that wall. It's awesome. So we come over here, and you do own this. It's all part of the farm. And here you go. So I've never been to a milk farm. I don't know about milk farms, but hey, I don't see no cows complaining here or anything. So it's all environmentally friendly. Just getting the milk, no problem. So let's get up and look at the mount. First, I'll show you that really nice John Deere. Is that cool or what? That kind of brings me back. I love, let me get some stuff out of the way. I love the old signs and stuff like that. Everybody knows me, knows I like rusty gold, old, worn, old iron, you name it. So There's several places you could start. So if you don't want to do the cattle, that's the beautiful thing about this map, and we discussed this as he was building this map, that there needs to be like a farm manager, and he's like, well, they could just start so and so farm area, and I was like, yeah, I didn't think about that, but like here and over here, all these farms has an abundance of stuff and working triggers, uh, opening doors. This over by the shop is where I said, if you just want to do a map that does horses, this is awesome. You got a little riding area here, and I actually bought this land right here in multiplayer. I also bought this, so even though you may think this is in a map, it's not. You can purchase that and color in all your grass. Start off with a little small house and a little small horse paddock, or you could buy this area. This is the barn, and it looks like a barn. It's not the regular barn that comes with the base map. You can add a very large horse paddock here, and this would be perfect. It's actually some really nice riding and stuff in this area, so it's even a nice area for doing horses. So we're going to ease down this way. Here's the stockyard. This is where you get your animals if you want to do it the long way. The BGA, boo, we ain't going to do this one. I'm not. Y'all can. I know a lot of people loves it. I just don't like babysitting that thing all day long to sell silage. I'll sell it at a barn. Here's your normal barn. As you notice, the trigger is gone. So you can actually do this here, but your barn is right over here behind the gas station there. So if you want to know where the barn is, that's where it is. And there's the restaurant and your spinnery, Tractor Supply. So we go over here, and we got Borden's ice cream. How nice. I told him that I couldn't afford Borden's ice cream, that we need a little credit to Walmart here. I'm going to plug them even though I'm not getting paid anything. I said, across the road, you need a Walmart's kind of a cheap version of milk, because I always buy their 2%. When you got 6 kids and 6 grandkids and all that, you can't shop on this side. You shop on that side. So, just a little humor there. And it's got a lot of nice visuals here. And I can't remember if he said he actually did the wrinkling of the sign or if that's part of it. But I love the wrinkle effect that all his signs has, because, I mean, it leads to the old. You got a beautiful lake over here. Really nice dock. I've been on that a couple of times. You got a massive logging mill area over here. And another sign. For a case. And if you watch my trucking simulator videos, you'll see a IH truck. And you got a place here that says placeable farm. And so, once again, if you want to play multiplayer, this map offers a lot as far as even multiplayer play. Whenever you look at it, I mean, you kind of feel like, I mean, I did in a way, like, if you own this, and own that, well, there's not really a place to grow and stuff. But I have put down kind of like a place for my vintage iron here, the horses there, in multiplayer, testing it out. And you can have another one up here, another one up here. So, 3 or 4 people could easily start off or work on an account together to do some big farmings. And like I said, if you like big farming, I do. I just prefer the old iron stuff, but I don't mind doing it. Me and my son, I've said in several videos, we play on American Outback, the Australian Outback, Michigan, and I brought up Michigan every video. I still got them ranked as #1 as far as multiplayer. That's just my opinion, and I share your frustration with the ditches and stuff. Possibly might have something coming up with them here soon to kind of break that down and explain why. But I mean, that's just it. You have to know Michigan to understand Michigan. And it was built from the ground up to be multiplayer. This one was not. This one was built up to be Jones Farm. And Mike GnG built my favorite solo map there is in this game, period. I haven't seen one come close. I've played on a lot of them, but remember, I like the old iron. So for my play style, it actually helped me fall in love with the game more. And then Scooter's Workshop hooked me up with some old iron and stuff to be able to use on the map and stuff. And it just made me just relive my past. So the farms is pretty flat, but like I said, some of the best maps there is in the game is flat. And if you really want to do some massive farms, you can use the chisel plow, John Deere chisel plow. Don't use a regular plow, it takes forever. It's square, it's about 8 meters across, I think it is. 2 or 3 swipes, all the way down, you're done, your farm is joined. And think about joining all these farms here. It would be insane to harvest. I mean, just massive. And let's see, before I lose my train of thought, that's pretty much it for this portion of it. Like I said, I have tested it for multiplayer. And here's another caution farmer sign. Like I said, I just love the signs. And my favorite part of the map is all the way over here, where I just came from, of course. And before I show it, you have to understand, I don't get tore up too easy. I'm a big boy, and I've been around for a lot of years, but I never had anybody to do this. This is a load up screen for me and my favorite map, and Scooter's Workshop, and some of the stuff that they've let me tested and tried and playing on the same map. So I built this load screen for whenever I do a mod review on it, and you can see and read it and everything. It's got that old weather look, it's got my ugly face on there, and so seeing that sign, it means so much to me, and it just makes him even more of a friend. I can't get over it to see my sign. So if you're just now seeing this video and it's on Mod Hub, you're late. So be sure you subscribe, because we do a lot of cool things. I get to research a lot of good stuff and get to bring people a lot of good stuff, and I want this gaming community to be the best it can be, and the modding community to be as best it can be for everybody, regardless of your play style and your taste. So when you get to the end of the video, punch that ugly face in the mouth and hit the subscribe button, and that way you'll be on top of all my videos there is to come. And hopefully there's going to be a lot of videos to come that's worth watching. So I do this. I'm just now doing some videos on American Trucking Simulator, because I just not getting a PC that's worth doing anything with. Train Simulator 2019, I finally got it. I plan on doing Mud Runners. The second one is leaked out that it's coming out. I will definitely be buying it. And I plan on buying Alaskan Trucking Simulator. So I don't plan on going anywhere. So pop that subscribe button and head over to Mike's GnG YouTube and pop his subscribe button. Come over and visit his Facebook page. It's a nice page. Not a lot of bull going on. Good people in it. Take care, everybody. Have fun.